Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy New Year's. It is New Year's Eve. 2022 will be away at midnight tonight. Here's to hopefully a really awesome 2023. But Happy New Year's everybody. Got quite a bit done this week. As you can see, the Spider-Man that I made for my grandson, I'm putting on, I put lights to it because it's a night light. And I explained that in the video. And then I got more done on Pegasus. And Spider-Man, my grandson's Spider-Man is finished. Pegasus is almost there. Everything's done. I just got to start hooking things together, the flight pods and all that. But everything's going great. So next week I plan on getting Pegasus and Galactica on a base together. And yes, guys, I will be starting on finishing up the Enterprise. I know it's been a while. And I apologize for that, but yeah, I want to get that done because, as you'll see in the video, my awesome client that I did the Tall Man and Mr. Merrick, I am going to now, I'm going to be painting him another one, but I think I want you to see that. I don't want to take from that, but it's an amazing kit, amazing cast, amazing done. And yes, I will say this, I have a filament printer, you know that, and I'm very much, I want to get into resin 3D printing, use both of them, because there's, oh my gosh, all I'm going to say is that, oh wow. So yes, I'm looking at hopefully next year I'll be able to get some, be able to get that printer at some point. But I digress. So with that, if you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button, click on the bell, and every time I upload, you will know. If I'm doing something in video, or I did something in my video with lighting, painting, or putting together some technique that I didn't go well in enough and you'd like more explanation, please either put it in the comment section or email me at btmscalemodeling. Nope, cancel that. That's the wrong email. bucktmore@gmail.com. Email me at bucktmore@gmail.com. And I will try to explain it or do a video so I can help you with that. Also, I'd like to hear, hey, great job, Buck. Buck, seriously, I'm not so sure about that. And then, Buck, what the heck were you thinking, man? You know better than that. Please put it in the comment section. I will, usually, I do answer within 12 to 24 hours. Sorry, guys. So, again, Happy New Year. And let's get to the bench and see what finished out 2022. Good morning, Tuesday, and yes, that's right, I'm in here and on the camera for the afternoon. Going to be getting back to work on the Pegasus, and for the other subscriber, yes, I will be getting the Enterprise. I'm going to start getting that squared up here in the next week or so. And then after that, we'll have to see. Once I start getting things all completed and done, like I've been wanting to. But I thought I would share. You guys know I am a member of Hobby Link International, and I'm on the committee, and every year we do a Secret Santa. And this is what I got for my Secret Santa this year, which I'm really ecstatic about. Here is another of beautiful enterprises that I am going to get to build and light and do. Yeah, I'm going to light it. What I like about this one, then from the first casting, is this is in clear. Well, it's clear-ish, I guess you could say. Let me kind of do this real quick. Try to share with that a little bit, and maybe we can get the thing to open up. Darn thing, I tell you, that tape's better than the tape we've been using. All right, so this is the clear, which is going to make it easier to light because one, I'm not going to drill out any of the windows. And that's a big point. So I can definitely start getting, when I do, I can get run. But let me do this. Let's see if I can do this one. And this one. And I will share that. Kind of getting bleached out, but you can see I'll be able to take care of that lighting like I need to. And so yay, give me just a second here, and we'll turn you on, get that bright, glowy, and then I'll turn the other one on. So yes, now there are a couple of things I'm not you know, it's AMT, and I get that, but one of the things I wanted to share with you before I put this back in her lovely box, and yes, very lovely decal sheet, and you'll be able to do the Yamaguchi or the Enterprise C, but what I wanted to share with you is, most of us know there's a lot in the instructions on how to prepare and how to do things. So here is AMT's on the reissue of their Enterprise C. Front page. This page. And you can see it. It tells you how you can add the different things. Then there's this. Then there's this. No paint guide, no decal instructions. I tore myself up. I was trying to figure it out. And then, just luckily, I said, you know, I need to look at the sides of the inside. And guess what? Here you go. It gives you all the placements for the damaged decals, all the places for the regular decals, and then gives your coloring and here. And I'm like, okay, what the crap? Because it doesn't even really, it delineates all the decals so you can see, but then it doesn't really do much. It tells you stand for the escape pods, Panzer gray, flanker blue gray, flanker medium gray, then light gray is the base color. So yeah, okay, I'll do the base color, and then it's like, oh crap, it doesn't really tell you, like it should say, okay, this is what, you know, base blue. I understand that, but if you're getting it new into modeling and this is maybe one of the first ones you're going to pick up and try to do, make sure you look at this. This is where the decals and the painting go, and it doesn't even tell you that you can, you know, you don't have to use the damaged decals. Okay? Everything that is down here. So it's kind of lacking in giving a better definition of what they designed for the paint guide and everything. So, hey, you know, it is what it is. I still build it, you know that. I have no issue with building these things, even when they don't have a very lovely set of instructions. And I want to show you my my daughter and her boyfriend. Sorry, got to fix something real quick. They gave me wonderful Christmas gifts. I really appreciate it. And my daughter knows me so well. So she built this for me. It is Skywalker's Red 5, his flight helmet. And I am loving it. And it has a place of honor right here where I can always look down and go, okay, yep. She knows I can do this. And when I get those frustrated moments now, I mean, I have her picture and my grandkids' picture, but this is like, okay, she's yelling at me through the helmet, get your butt back to work, Dad. Don't let this kick you in the butt. So, yay. All right, so with that, also, yes, for my grandson, he wasn't feeling well, so he didn't get to open his Christmas present. He stayed home with his grandma or his mom. I can't remember. He's my. I don't like the term step. I hate that. I hate that. If you're a part of the family, even if you know you're not biological, you're still my grandson, my son, my daughter, whatever. That's me. So he wasn't able and wasn't feeling good. So I didn't get to finish what I wanted to do with Spider-Man, and by that I'm building him a nightlight because I built his sister the Lost Tower, the Forgotten Tower. That was her nightlight, and so I'm going to be building up this one for him. And I found on actually I found this on the file I found at, sorry guys, usually my memory's a lot better. No, it's not. You know that. Let's see. I got it. Found it on Things app. Things app. If you're looking for things, they have a bunch of files, and so I found it. I found it on Things, and I typed in Searchlight. Let's see if I can do that for you guys. Oh, there we go. Searchlights. Go. So I found a lot of files on Thingiverse, and it's really kind of cool. Show you the ones that I found. Is this one right here, the miniature searchlight, and it's going to work so well for what I want to do, because I'm going to do it on both ends, and so like I'm going to do it here and then on this side. But when I do that, I'll probably, when I start doing the work here, instead of doing it overhead so you have to look down, I'll reposition my camera and have it going this way, or at least up here, because I have this overhead for this. So, alright guys, well, first things first, I'm going to get back on with Pegasus real quick, because there are a couple of things I really do want to get done with her, and get started working on Spider-Man, get it cleaned up, and get those cleaned up so I can get those set on there, and yeah. So it was a very great Christmas, and I hope you guys all did have a good Christmas. And probably at the end of the video for this week, since it is New Year's Eve, I will go back through my computer and find, you know, pictures of builds that I did this year, and I'll share that with 2022 builds. Yeah. Yay, right? Alright guys, well, I'm going to get at it, and when I have something to share, you know I'm going to turn that camera back on. Alright, starting to work on getting the engines in place, and I've already done a couple, but I wanted to share doing this with you guys. If you remember, I always said don't short yourself on wire. Always make sure you have a bit extra and that you have a good place to where you can get it into. So, like even right here, I'm going to leave the wire length the way it is, and one of the things I'm checking is to make sure that when I go to start putting it in, that I can still move the wire, because sometimes I have had the habit of actually hot gluing the wire, and yeah, not fun. Alright, so I'm going to leave the length on that one, and I think this will be a good one to go with, because this one, when I trimmed it, it wasn't very long wire. So okay, got that out. Another big thing, guys, I try to be all the way set up as I can, especially if I'm going to film with you guys, and I know sometimes I don't even do that, because it's like, Buck, what the heck, man. But I've already got my insulator, my shrink tubing out, and I do both, and I'm sorry I'm saying so much, you know, but I do both now, because when I first started, I only did the positive, and then I tried to hot glue the negative, but sometimes that becomes more of a headache down the road too, as things start to wear and you're moving things around. They can actually become more of a hindrance if you don't have it all the way good. Okay, that is yellow. So the top ones are going to be easier to do than the side ones sometimes, because it's like, oh my goodness. And like I said, I've also had to clean up because I had put these on first, and I wasn't really thinking, well, I was thinking, but I wasn't going crazy thinking that I was going to be able to do all the painting and stuff I needed to for the body of the Pegasus. And when I started getting things going together, I was like, yep, nope, can't do that. So I used my CA decure and popped them out, got them painted, did a little more detail. So now the fun part. So I got them both wired up, ready to go. I got my heat gun, my soldering iron, and my solder. Always make sure you go ahead and get some on there, get it primed. I'm not sure what the term is, but I'm sure, I know I've heard the term before, but I'm not sure. But I always like to try to make sure I get it ready to go, you know, that it's not trying to work too hard to, you know, weld together, I guess is the best way to say. Then I come and I'll trim this up, and then the fun part. Gotta do some melting or heat shrinking, you know, with the tubing. And okay, here we go. There's that one. And oh, come on now. Everything's moving, you know. it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to hold the positive out of the way. I've been trying to get better at, when I do these guys, I try to have them as much up and down because of the way that, so I can get it melted. And I'm telling you one thing, I don't like having to do it this way because sometimes it just does not want to play nice, and it won't keep shrinking, and I'll start actually burning the model or burning the paint or the wire. So I have to always find a better way, and that's why I was hoping I was going to be able to do everything and keep it all inside, because there I can maneuver around, but not going to happen this time. So, alright, tweezers. And the next thing I do is now I just start putting these guys in. And like I said, I don't have a big issue with having a lot of extra wire, because like I said, it does, I've done, okay, there we go, come on now, there we go, come on now. I've done it where it's been so short that sometimes I've actually had to take things apart just because I needed more wire, and I didn't leave myself enough to do that. And yes, this sometimes can become like, oh my goodness, you're taking too long getting in the ship. Get in the ship, get in that hole. This is your home, wire. Okay, now here comes the fun part. Let's see if I can show you guys there. So when I go to start putting that where the shrink tubing is, I try to make sure I leave enough slack so I can at least get one in, or get it started, because I didn't drill a hole big enough, and I never do, just to run it down, because that's just too much sometimes, too big a hole. And like I said, when my first idea with this was I was going to do everything inside, and then yeah, that didn't happen. And then it's got to get, alright now, alright, let's go. I know I'm just kind of rambling here, guys, but I wanted to try to share this with you. And now that I got to start putting the other one in there, I got to use a little bit more. And oh, there we go, look at that, there we go. Then I'll roll it, and I'll try to get there. Okay, yeah. And another thing I do before I actually seal it down is, you can do either way. You can use your battery or my power supply like I have, and just check and make sure everything's loving life. And oh, it'll help if I put them on the right one, right? Okay, oh, darn it. There we go. Okay, it works, and I'll show you guys when I get it all done, because sometimes it's just too crazy. Alright, I tested, make sure it worked. Now, I take my lovely CA and roll the model over, just like that, right? And I'll come in, and I don't, a lot of people go crazy. CA is really good about going and finding the spots that it needs to be on some of these, and I don't use a whole heck of a lot. I never have and never will. I used to, but I don't now. And now that it's in, I'll just seal it up and put pressure on it and let it sit and get together. And yes, I clear coated everything before I started doing this, so I didn't, scratch off any of the paint, because I've done that too before. Okay, and there you go. Alright guys, well I'm going to keep you at it, and I'll come back and I'll show you what it all looks like when the engines are on, and I'll turn it on for you guys, but I don't think you want to sit here and keep watching me do this. So, I will return. Alright, got that on. Everything is now on, and I wanted to share. Still more to do, but thought get you there so you can start to see. And then, sorry, just trying to not blind you, but let you see that effect. And same thing on the bottom. Sorry guys, trying to keep them from doing their thing. But yay, yay, yay! All right, give me a second here, and I'll show you. Get you guys down out of the way. Turn you off. Turn you on. Turn you back on. So yes, very happy with how these. Sorry, trying to share. Next time I'll have to build a bigger one, more tall. But then all the painting on and slowly take it so you can see that. So yay! All right. Well, now time for some more painting. All right, well, I'm gonna get back at it, guys. Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, and yes, I've been working this morning in the studio, working on some things. So for the nightlight, I've got the other one over there, but got this all sanded and ready to go, and working on being able to actuate it. And by that, I'm just using. I've hollowed out the holes a little bit more on that, and then I'm just going to use a styrene rod just to go in and hold it on spot, and then. So yeah, there's that. And then started working on getting the defense guns, starting to get detail on that, and a little bit more is going to go on there. But that kind of brings me into what I want to share with you guys is, even though I love always adding more detail, but sometimes I can go overboard. And what I mean is I add too much. So that's where it's going to have to kind of be your eye, what you think. But as you can see, I've started, let's go that way, there we go. As you can see, I'm starting to add a little bit more here, and I don't know how much more I'm going to do, and that's what I mean. I'm probably going to stop here pretty much, because I also have, well, let's do it this way. Oh, nope, this way, okay. And here is the Viper launch tube base, and I went back and went with gunmetal to highlight the tubes, and then for the outer markers on that, where I went ahead and painted red because I want it to reflect this is a danger area, okay, and do the same on the back. It's a danger area, but what I mean by either too much detail or not enough detail, or you add more, you can definitely go overboard. I mean, I could go through and just do lots of things, but that's also where you're gonna have to find your rhythm. But so yeah, I mean, it's definitely getting there, and I've already got the last of the photo etch for the arms. I have got that with the T.B.I metal primer. Now what this does is great because it sets there and gives the brass a texture for the paint to stay on. Because if you don't, even if you clear coat, seal, protect that, sometimes it really likes just to keep coming up. So, and I mean just little bits of scrapes, a little bit of that. So, yeah. Alright guys, well I'm going to stop that rambling, and I'm going to get back to it and get some more done. And got to get working on the nightlight because I have to build a power box. But that's here in a few hours. Alright guys, I'll be back when I have more to share. Well, good Thursday afternoon, and yes, I was working this morning, so both the flight pods are now together, and very good. So now I've got the photo etch sides that I'm going to be adding to them. I've got them already dusted with, I've got the base coat on, so I'll be working on that. And working on that, and then also I went with the frames for the lighting, the searchlights. I hit this with gunmetal, and then I came over it with rust. I used the Vallejo. Where are you? Sorry guys. Trying to look at the one I'll use, but unless it's still down here, which I thought I put everything with. But oh yeah, see? Don't know. I used this 71.080 rust. And I dry brushed it a bit, but then I just, and then let it take care of the rest. Also, I've got the lights in and all worked up. I still haven't resisted them yet. But these are ready to go. And I was going to show you this wire, because with the way with the Spidey the way I built it, or I have him. Normally this 30-day AEG wire would be really, I use it a lot, but I've also have other wiring, and I'm going to show you. So this is consolidated electric wire club, and this is a solid core, no strands, but it's thick and it's very stiff. So I save that for different things, but I definitely am using it for this. So the power lines coming off the searchlight, while they run along his nightlight base, it looks like the cabling that actually comes from that. And then yes, I did do both in black, both leads, but make sure I remember my positive. I put that piece of tape on there, so I know that was positive. So yeah, what else? Oh, and for the so I can run the power, and you can have the switch to turn it on or off. I got a lot of 3D prints when I first started learning my printer, and I built a lot of brick wall and just tried that. So of course I've saved quite a bit of it, using it for other things like this. And I've cut it down, and this will be the on-off switch, and then this will be the power switch. And now I'm going to start working, going to do epoxy sculpt here. So I can get rid of the seam lines and get it blend in better with the what I've got printed. So, all right, well that's going to be the next thing, and I'm going to go get a little bit more water, and when we come back, I'll show you how I work with the epoxy sculpt. All right, guys, epoxy sculpt I've used a lot before, but I need to start using it more. But one thing with the 3D prints, I really love it for what it can help do. So if you've never used it, use equal parts of both of these. And yes, they can kind of be fun to get out too. Let's see, let's oh. Okay. Actually, I'm going to start with that. I'm going to get rid of that. Have to go in and clean it up. So I'm going to start with the ball about this size. Sorry. And oh, darn thing. Let me zoom out here. There we go. Okay. Get you closed up. And then I need to get a ball out of this about the same, as much equal as I can. Because it's supposed to be mixed equally, and I pinch until it's okay. That feels about right. Take some more. Okay, there we go. All right. One thing I've learned working with this over a while is I'll keep my fingers wet because the epoxy sculpt really likes to get sticky and start doing a lot of things you really don't want it to do. Because it's not, it won't spread right, it won't do nothing, it'll just keep getting gappy. So always make sure you have water. Trust me, that's one of the really great things about this. And all I'm doing is I'm mixing these two together by squishing them, and get that make sure it gets all good mixed. So okay. Alright, that's good. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start over here on this side, and I will take little pieces like so, and then I'll start rolling them out just a bit. Okay, like that. And then I will, because I need to, because this is sanded side 2, I'm going to try to make, I need this to mirror all the way across, and then this is where that water comes in, and now you see I can just start controlling it, maneuvering it, and getting it down. I want to get it as flat as I can, and then because I'm going to also have to add the details in here, back into here, and okay. You off. Okay. So now that's there. Okay. And then I'll just keep smoothing it out more. And now I will do this again. And gotta get this one a little longer. So, and I won't make you guys keep sitting here watching me. I'll get this one out, and then I'll go back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, when I get it to that point. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yep. Okay. Alright, then, like I said, again, just, you definitely want to keep your fingers wet, because it makes it easier to smooth this out and get it going again. And again, all I'm doing is I'm just trying to get it as smooth and as flat as I can, because I'm trying to mirror the details coming up, so I want to make sure I got a good area to work with from. And then, so I can make sure it's all good and covered. Okay. And then I'll clean this on top off. And I usually have an X-Acto knife always handy too, because it helps get this up pretty good. Like that. And then I'll go clean the rest of it here in a minute, but so there we go. Alright guys, well I'm gonna get back at it, and when I get it all covered, I'll turn the camera back on, so I will return. Okay. Got it zoomed in a little more now. And yes, once it's dries I'll sand it down, but it's gonna get rid of that seam and do all that work. But the other thing I'm gonna show you why I was working so hard is where these bricks kind of line up here. I'm just kind of trying to carry it, and I'm not going to go crazy with the carry, you know. I just go like that, and then this guy, he does kind of end right here, and I'll just do that. Sorry guys if I'm not staying in frame for you. And so I'm just, you know, trying to rough out a little bit more of the stone. Again, same over here. And all I'm using is a toothpick, because I don't think it needs to go, it doesn't need to be crazy. And let's see, right there, and you, sorry guys, do him here. And then again, I'll just do a kind of a, okay. There we go, there's the breaks of it. And I'm going to leave it like this till it dries now, because then I can just go in and get rid of it easier sand time. And then again, like here on the front, and here, and here, and get you out of there. And so yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm just kind of leaving them to their own, you know, I'm just letting it figure itself out, you know. And I should have done it like this. Okay. Sorry guys, I see something, okay, yes, I do got a little bit more, okay. Got a little too thinned out over here, but it's alright. So, okay. Sorry guys. Okay. And yeah, I'm trying to round the corners also, make that, you know, that is stone. And what I'm saying is, because I have this line here, this guy, I can, and you see it there on the other side down here, I can just do something like that. And yeah, and same here. And now I'm just going to let this get dry. And after it dries, I'll come back, get it sanded down, and then once I'm happy with how it looks, get some primer on, and then I can see how happy I am with it, and then start getting some paint. Because I got just a couple more days to get this guy finished for my grandson. And I also will probably, I'm going to start getting these, like I said, I had the base down on it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of detail texturing, and then take care of that, and then do a little bit of the detail painting on this, and then boom, get it sealed, and then that way, because I'm ready, you know, I'm itching now because I got just a little bit more painting to do on the main body of Pegasus, and then yeah, so I can start getting her together. And I got the base out in my frozen garage right now because start working on it, and then it just really dropped. So don't worry, got that going. So all right, guys, well, I'm gonna get back at it. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, and yes, it's morning, and I'm on the bench. Show you a little bit of somewhat. So you remember me telling you about that other wire that I use sometimes. See how it creates that nice effect? You get that, and I'll take care of that. But yes, and then this is dry, so now I'm going to sand it down and then give it a good primer coat and get painting on this so I can get things wired up. Also, had a hiccup, and with that hiccup, I had to take one of the flight pod bays apart because for some reason the negative wire broke off something, or you know, and I'm just like, so I got to fix that. Shouldn't be too terrible. I'm gonna do it the best I can and then get these guys sealed back up so I can get these put together and start getting things done. But first I gotta get that fixed, and so yeah, and then I get to start painting on the photo etch pieces, but I gotta do that after I take care of this. So with that, guys, I'm gonna get scrambling real quick, get this reattached, and get some sanding and get some things glued. So I will come back and share when I have more to show you guys. Alright, back at it. Went and had some lunch, but got some of the detail painting done on the photo etch for the flight pods or bays. Still got a little bit more to do, but yay. Then also I've got this pre-shaded, so I can go ahead and get going on that. And yes, the flight bay is back together, and I'm not taking those clamps off for a bit. I'm going to let it sit. But I thought I would share something cool. My awesome client that I did the tall man and just got done doing Mr. Merrick for has asked me to help him with another one, and so yeah, I got that. It came in mail today, so I will share. We're gonna start with this. See if you guys can think of anything like this. And you know, I'm not gonna keep it beating at it, but this is what I'm gonna be doing. This is Jack. This base is, guys, I'm gonna tell you what right now. I mean, I know I have the filament 3D printer, but man, when I can, I am definitely gonna look at getting into resin printing. I mean, good Lord, this is just exquisitely beautiful. A lot of cleanup, but I'm gonna get the other parts of the base here so you guys can see just how big this guy Jack's gonna be, and hopefully I can get it all somewhat situated together, then I can show you. But so here's the base, and basically landscape, and then here this is tree in the center, and then this is going to be what I'm going to call, this is the blood, and that's going to be the, you know, the blood that I'm going to do. And then let me get this away, kind of, you know, like meet the parts before we actually get to all meet them. Okay, I got that done. I mean, just this alone, okay? So this is, you know, sorry, let me zoom out on that. I might be way too close. All right, there we go. I can zoom out. And then, let's see, try to hold them together. And then once you put the legs on, I mean, good Lord, look at that. And then the, let's see if I can somewhat hold it here for you guys. Then there is, I mean, wow, look at this, guys. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to have fun doing this. A lot of cleanup, but That's alright. I'm used to that. Also, his arms, but I also wanted to show you his... Here is the awesome axe. And yeah, it's in 2 parts, which is good. But I'm definitely going to be adding a little bit to support this. And so yeah, beautiful, beautiful work. And let me see here. So you kind of see. And then it goes like that because Jack's holding the other side. And okay. And yes, I mean, guys, yes, look at that. Let me see if I can bring it up there for you guys. That is just amazing. I cannot wait to get into this. And there's Mr. Jack's head. And put you in there like so. Oh, the fun, right? Okay, also, with the base comes these lights. And they're just, you know, they're just working on getting all this together. Give me a second, guys. Okay, sorry, talking to my client. But yeah, and I went ahead and did a quick put together of this for him. And I gotta say, when this is done, and this has got to be the truest 1/6 that I know. When this gets done, $12 inches just below, so it's going to be, he stands a good from well, just from Jack alone, about 11 inches from boot to the top, and then when you add the base, it's going to be 16, 17 inches tall. And man, this is cool. This is fun. This is going to be a fun one to build. Sorry. But yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the little things cleaned off. And then I'm going to give it a nice bath in purple power to get rid of all the printing oils and stuff. But before I do that, I need to get the parts clean. But also I need to get back to work. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to share these. Here is some little bushes. Oh my God, this stuff is so cool. And yeah, there's nothing I'm going to do with that guy. Maybe clean a little bit of the spines out, but damn, that's cool. I like that. I really do, man. And this is really, like I said, wanting to make me get a printer now. An actual resin 3D printer. But damn, look at that. Wow. Oh, sorry, I wasn't even in camera. Sorry about that, guys, but here's the plant. But damn, look at that. That's going to be fun. Look at all that detail into it. That's, sorry. So I said I'm definitely going to have to look again at a resin 3D printer. And then here are the lights. So yeah, alright guys, well I wanted to share that, but now it's time for me to get back to work on the nightlight and the Pegasus. So I'll come back when I have more to share. Good morning, Saturday, and show you I did do, I started work on the photo etch, as you can see. I'm sorry guys, hold on a second. And still got another piece to put here. Also, I started on this one, and I was trying to get things finished up, so today I could just do the touch-ups. But I glued it down, and I didn't realize that I had got glue. Let me see. You can see that, and my finger was stuck, and I got it off. But I decided at that point I better just put things down and go, because the more I kept, if I would have kept fiddling with it, then yeah, I would have made more mistakes. But today's agenda, first thing, is to finish getting Spidey, the nightlight done. And so yeah, oh, let me show you. Here's the rest of the, sorry guys, here's the rest of the, what I did to do the power and the on and off. And this is ready to go, so now I just got to get the spotlights set, because I'm going to use an epoxy. I got to get them set and let them dry up a bit so I can start running my power lines and stuff. So that is what I'm going to start working on now. So when I have more to share with you guys, I'll definitely turn the camera back on. Alright guys, well this is where I'm going to end it for the week. Let you know Pegasus and Galactica will be getting on a base next week, and also I will begin working on finishing up the Enterprise next week, along with the client build that I'm doing. But yes, so here is Pegasus. I'm just right there. I just let things dry. Sorry, moving around too much. But there's Pegasus, and then my grandson's nightlight of Spidey. Okay, and go around here a bit so you can kind of see. And keep everything in view. And then there's that one. Alright, give me a second. Let me get some lights turned off, and then I'll turn the camera back on and turn on the lights. And here we go, guys. See if I can get in there enough. Sorry. And then I'll show you how these guys are working. But yeah, so that's going to be fun. I think he's going to like that. Alright, and like I said, that's going to do it for this weekend. It's New Year's Eve, so please everyone have a happy, safe, and fun New Year's Eve. And then have a great and happy, safe week next week. And guys, I'll see you back here on the bench.